Yeah, well, I was the one that started the squat. I was the one that worked together with the volunteers. I've been looking for a building for some time.
Okay.
Spoke to some of the volunteers who I knew previously. At the new year, they contacted me and said that they secured a building.
Yeah.
So I went in and had a look. Said that it could be utilised. So together, me and the volunteers, we started bringing homeless in, and we built it up. We've had obviously a lot of support from the local community, the students, the press. In fact, we've had amazing support from everybody. It's been it's been humbling, to be honest. I until now I never realised that there were that many people out there that cared, and it has been it's been great, absolutely superb.
It's amazing and absolutely unprecedented. So it's incredible to see what happens when people put pressure on companies to do the right thing, and when people actually have some compassion. It's really amazing. It's a big win. It was a bit unexpected because they haven't been in touch with our solicitor, they haven't been in touch with the co-op solicitors, and they knew exactly what was happening because we've all put stuff out in the press for the last week. So it would be to have some compassion and to really think about their responsibility as an educational institution to actually do the right thing by the people in the city that they are in as well.
My message to Wadham is this: you told us that you're a liberal college, and you told us that you raise money for homeless and that you care. Well, prove it. If you want us out while it's still cold during the cold weather, if you want to put people back out on the streets, well, that's not very caring. If you want us out, give us another place to stay until the cold weather ends, and then we'll be out your hair. It's as simple as that. This is the starting room for all tours. So basically all of this stuff has been donated. You can see the public have been absolutely amazing with the donations, all the clothes and boots, jackets, just all the stuff that they've donated has been absolutely amazing. So it's kind of humbles you because to be honest with you, until actually we started this I didn't actually realise that we'd get as much support as we have. Because obviously being in town and living amongst the homeless and seeing what people go through, and there are only like a few people that come out and give sandwiches, but there's not that much support out there, and and I think I kind of guess I thought that I thought basically what most homeless people think, and that's that people don't actually care, don't give a crap. But actually, it couldn't be further from the truth, and that's been proven since we got this up and running. Again, everything's been donated. Fridge, freezer, washing machine, cookers, microwaves, slow cookers. Everything you see is donated, which to me is amazing. The fact that people have been so generous to donate all this stuff. As I said, it's just amazing. Nobody, and I don't know anybody that can boast having a duvet room, but I can. People want to help, and I know that, and it makes people feel good to be able to donate something and give something. And I think that it's important that people remain involved. And it's just a small gesture. People coming and saying, would you need this? And I don't want to be the one to say, no, actually, we've got enough. I like, so yes, actually, we do need it. And thank you. It's because to me, it's important that people get involved and people support us, and that they're made to feel that what they do is important, because what they do is important.
Kind of watched it grow, basically, and now every time I turn up there's new things and new furniture and people have built new rooms. It's just growing exponentially, basically, which is amazing to see.
So Yoshi's our star builder.
Jamie. Thank you. Oh, I love it.
And the mirroring.
You built this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, nice and warm, eh?
Yeah, it's really hot in here.
That's cool.
It's like a sauna, mate.
And it's kind of formed bonds also between people within the homeless community who maybe have been isolated from each other but have now become friends.
because there's 11 four-bedroom flats up there. But that's potentially 44 people. I mean, that would be an amazing space, and everybody would have their own privacy, they would have their own cooking facilities, and basically they'd be self-contained. Obviously, they'd be sharing with 3 other people who was at there, which was a 4-bedroom flat, but you'd have, the 4 people sharing the facilities. It's not as bad as 40 people sharing 2 kitchens down here. So yeah, it would be amazing, but as I said, I mean, I don't, considering they're going to demolish them anyway, I didn't really understand why they wouldn't let us have them. This isn't just any old city. This is Oxford, and when you can smell the money when you walk down the street, I've always smelt it. And so, for me, for people to die from the cold in Oxford, I think would be a sin. It would be ridiculous. Just of all the places, it should just never happen here.
At the moment, on average, in Oxford, people are paying 85% of their wages is going on rent. So to pay 85% of your wages just on rent, you can't afford food. And then there's the issue of prices going up for energy and all of that issue. So people are having to decide whether they buy food or whether they heat their homes, if they have a home. And then, there's a lot of homeless people who have jobs who can't afford to rent because the rent's too high.
And if you have homeless people that have addictions and alcoholism and mental health issues, aftercare and purpose are the only 2 things that are going to change that person's life. I've been involved in drugs and alcohol and all that. I've done, I've got a t-shirt. I've done, and this is the reason why I understand other people, and I understand what people go through, and I understand how easy it is because. It was a coping mechanism for me going through a really difficult time. But I just wanted to get wasted, to be honest. But it was like at the time it just helped me forget and just and then my life changed. I had purpose, and I kind of just one day I just decided to stop.
It's in you, my love. I've been missing you.
Everybody says, well, homeless people are just junkies or alkies that don't pay the rent. It would be easy if that were true. It would be so much simpler. You could just put everybody in the same category, treat everybody the same, but it's so far from the truth. You look at the people that live here. Most of the people that are here at the moment aren't drug dependent and aren't alcoholics, and they're all homeless. But they're just normal people just trying to get their lives together and get out of the cold. And some of them are getting their lives together since we started this place. One guy's already got a flat. Another guy's just been accepted into university. Somebody else is starting work next week. These people, all they needed was a space somewhere to get out of the cold, a little bit of stability, a little bit of warmth, a little bit of support. And from here they can better themselves and hopefully, before this place comes to an end, hopefully a lot more people will have help and will have the support, and hopefully we'll change some lives.
And it's kind of, it's funny really just how much of it's not funny, but some people would find it surprising, I think, how much of a supportive community environment it is if you go there. It's lovely. There's like a sitting room area there. It's all kind of really nice art on the walls and stuff. There's this guy who's been squatting before, who for a few days was walking around with his iPhone being this isn't like any squat I've been in. It's a really nice supportive environment.
We now have, I think, 80 standing by, 80 volunteers. So we have a little office, we have a board when we have the inductions, the volunteers basically put on what hours they can do. We have then volunteers standing by. If people cancel, then we can ring somebody else and say, can you cover? Most people will come in and do an afternoon, some people can only do a couple of hours, but everybody wants to do their bit.
We've got a couple who are moving to Bristol, one of them got into university, so they're going to move to Bristol in the next few months. So worst comes to the worst, that's the position we're in, which is a lot better than people having frozen for 2 months and been out in the snow and sub-zero temperatures.
it's also kind of reminded people of the use of empty buildings and the kind of potential for them, I think, which can only be a good thing, having that like awareness going forward. I think there's been a concerted effort to seem humane, which has not always matched up with actions. I don't know if you'd agree.
Yeah, I think so.
I can only speak for myself, but like it feels horrible being a student in Oxford sometimes. Like it's a deeply unequal city, homelessness being like just one symptom of that, and to be surrounded by like these kinds of surroundings and know that like the people that are putting you up here are simultaneously doing quite dodgy stuff across the city is a very strange feeling.
See, the thing is, if the contractors would come in now and start doing their assessing, then we can possibly stay a bit longer. But apparently they're scared. They think that the place is overrun with drug addicts and alkies. So they're scared. They don't want to come in here, which is kind of like really uncool. The fact that they're just like they won't even come and sort of see. You know what I mean? So that's a bit of a bother because because we're quite happy to let the contractors come in and do their assessment and stuff. If it means that we can stay here an extra week or an extra 2 weeks, that'd be perfect. So
are those contractors associated with the co-op or
no, Wadham? They're
College?
Wadham's, yeah.
And have you told the college that they haven't come in?
No, the college are the ones that have told us that they won't come in because they're scared of us. They're scared of coming in the space because they just imagine that squats are just full of druggies and that we're all mental,
And did Wadham say what they were going to do to rectify that?
No, they just means we have to be out on the 27th. That's the end of that's it. That's it.
Wants to take a renaissance, wants to hold her there forever. I've been there before, this is love.
I'm filming but never gave
That's how it feels.
I love the way.
She was past her every night. She always gives a smile, and his heart misses a beat. The way she makes him feel deep down inside. I've been there before. This is love. Sometimes I watch them overnight. Oh, it's too shy inside. He just can't find the word. Tell her how he feels deep down inside. I've been there before. This is love.